Alright, guys. I thought I come today a little bit early on my balcony and talk to you rawly about how did I come here, Basically coming from a government support family, very low income, not having much money, to now with 27 living my dream life, really. It's all I wanted, being in a tropical island, living in a villa, having enough money to not work for somebody and just living on my own terms. Like I was fed up with selling my time to somebody else and just giving away my life. So I thought, man, we're living in an opportunity time that we can make money from anywhere, right? So I've seen that, and you've probably seen that all over internet. That everybody is gonna make money here. Like all these 16 to 20-year olds with e-com, with trading, whatever it is. We basically, if you don't make money on your laptop now, and you just go into an office under fluorescent light and get told off your boss, then I don't know. You probably make something wrong unless you really want that. So yeah, this morning I just come out here. It's 8:30 here right now, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about my come up to like how I went from nothing to now living that life here. And I think there's a lot of value in my story and the things I can share of my experience to upcoming traders, for people who, yeah, just fed up, man. I think there's a lot of people in big cities who would like just love to move and don't be in that system, feeling like a little rat. I remember when I was living in the UK. Oh, let's wind back. Let's wind back. So, originally born in Germany, with a single mother, raised by a single mother, and then yeah, always had to kind of figure out how to make money because my mother has no money. So she raised me. I'm glad, I'm very appreciative of, what she gave me. She always tried to give me what I need. But yeah, if it comes to money and to, whatever you want in life, then I had always to work for it. And that made me, I think, as an early teenager, very hungry to always go for something. You need to walk, you need to, put in the work if you want to have something. So actually, I actually appreciate coming from literally nothing. Even though, I born in Germany, is probably one of the richer countries in the world. I could have been born somewhere in the fucking Sudan or something, and then, I had to hunt. I don't know. Like I could have, have worse cards, obviously. So I'm blessed for that. But really, if you don't have good amount of income, even those first world countries, you live like a little bit shitty, right? Even your mindset is fucked up because everybody is comparing what you have, and you mostly are just something if you have something. Yeah, that mentality. Uh, but yeah, then with 21, I left Germany, went to UK, had a good friend in the UK, and went into tech sales. And that was actually the first time where I legally made a good amount of money. So I started with, I think, £2,000 a month just in a call center, would take 150 calls a day and just call. I was German, so I speak German, and this British company, they were hiring Germans, so I was just working from the UK towards Germany, and was call like German companies and sell software. And then after a while, I would step up and would go to bigger companies, and I go to bigger software companies who make billions of dollars a year, and then I would like get into more money, like somewhere between 5 to 7 thousand pounds a month, which is a good amount of income for just a 24, 25, 26-year old guy, right? Who never went to university or, really learned a job kind of in this way. Just went into straight into work and learned that way. And I'm blessed to started that journey, because that's where also my trading started. And actually, there was a difference. So how my trading really started was I was fed up with partying and, you know, celebrating every weekend and stuff like that when there's nothing to celebrate really. But I was in that loop, from 16 to 21, 22-ish, just going to parties and, like just enjoying life and, yeah, meeting girls and doing that stuff. But at some point, I looked at all my friends and they had no direction, no goals, and I don't know, I was always feeling like I want to have a higher purpose. I want to have something in my life. I want to achieve something. And yeah, that made you really think. And then there was this one New Year's Eve where I didn't want to fucking celebrate, because what was there to celebrate? I wasn't there where I wanted to be. I didn't achieve something great where I thought, okay, I can celebrate now into the new year. But yeah, just stayed at home actually. So I canceled all plans and I stayed at home and I watched actually the fireworks from my little basement in the UK. And I obviously slept early and I woke up on the New Year's New Year on the day, on the fucking New Year day, man, like first on January. And I was actually browsing on YouTube and I found this one YouTuber who talked about Bitcoin and ETH and crypto in general, and I was not really never studying it because at that point I think I even thought it was a scam. Yeah, and then I know that ETH was around $700 because I bought half of a ETH immediately after watching a couple of YouTube videos in that morning. And then yeah, that started really my trading journey with crypto, investing through I think Coinbase or something. And then of course the next 1.5 years I would go into charting and like analyzing stuff and do leverage trades. And actually I found some success in the beginning. Obviously I bought just right before the bull market hit, so I actually was lucky with ETH. But I didn't really make money because I was trading these coins in between. I thought I could be smart and research more, and then I bought Cardano and all these other altcoins, and I would a little bit sell my ETH to buy more altcoins, and I don't know, I would just swap and incur so many fees, and I didn't know what to do really, what I wanted to do, but I wanted to trade, but I had no clue, and then I would just lose money. And then, yeah, I remember that I started with leverage trading and I started with trend lines and like, you know, bullshit retail patterns and everything like that. Um, but I managed actually after a year, 1.5 years trading to get to a 10K balance. I think 12K was the highest when I then, man, one night, I think on a Sunday or something, and I was bored or something, and we came just out of like this bare bottom, uh, and ETH was below 2K, and it would just rise up again, and I was like, oh, we're in a bear market, I'm gonna short this, and then I would hit the shorts, enter, and then obviously it runs against me quite aggressively, and I would just add to the position, add, and especially with leverage. And I had like such a big position that I seen my balance in like 2 or 3 hours. And at that point, like 12K was a lot. I never had 12K. Um, you know, I could never save that money from my paychecks, right? So I was like, nice. I kind of felt the first taste of feeling a bit rich, especially from somebody who's really coming from a family who has no money. 12K was a lot, and I was seeing the balance going red, and I was seeing it just erase after a couple of hours, and it's like middle of the night. I remember that so clearly. I was sitting, in front of my PC laptop, and I would just that was painful, man, because building that up was also very lucky, right? I was just longing, and I think there was this one day where I had like 4 positions from altcoins, all like 20x leverage, and I woke up the next day and they were all deep in profits. And from there, I had this win streak um, where I just built it up. But losing it in one day was so painful. Like, oh my God, I want to just withdraw somewhere. I don't know. I want to be somewhere away. I didn't want to feel that pain. That was bullshit, man. But actually, every time I had those huge losses in my trading, I don't know, man. I got even more motivated all the time. And then I would I had so much pain. I would actually research more people, and then I would buy a mentorship course from somebody who is like kind of like into crypto, SMC, and I found SMC around 2022 um, through other people, other like little mentors who actually just taught ICT concept, but I didn't know ICT at that point. And I hop on this video call with him on a Zoom call, and obviously he doesn't really have to sell me too much. I was so in pain that I just bought. Like I wanted to fix my trading, I wanted to learn trading, I wanted to just make profits from it and make consistent, uh, you know, profits and live from it. And then I was sending him money, and I go in this Discord and learn a little bit, and then I would actually find ICT, and then I just stuck with him, and I was learning everything from ICT. Um, but yeah, I mean that didn't fix too much. I was learning everything about ICT concepts, but I think the struggle just began there because I was hooked on prop firm when they were really coming out in around 2022, and I thought, oh my God, getting funded with 100k, 200k, and making money. I was like, oh my God, that is a money glitch, and I jumped into immediately into prop firms when I, couldn't even trade. Would probably fail 10 challenges to get one fund account and then fail that account as well. So I spent a lot of money on prop firm challenges because I wanted to rush it. But yeah, every time I would lose a challenge, I would be more motivated, and that was actually like a roller coaster. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody to start with prop firms and buy these challenges. But yeah, for me it was just demo trading. Nah, you're not gonna do this here. I need that. I need that, that feeling. I need that feeling that I actually can gain something, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. Every trader knows what I'm talking about here. But yeah, then I started with prop firms, and after 1 year, 1.5 years, I actually started also getting some money. So I would get little payouts, and they would feel so amazing. I was like, damn, actually making this money. I remember I would sometimes go to a holiday, and while I was in Spain or Portugal, I would get like sometimes like a 3K payout, and I would think, man, like how did I make this money right now? I don't even feel like it's supposed to be mine. And actually I felt super grateful for that. So I remember on those holidays, I would always tip people, I would always see people and think, yeah, they have to work hard on their job to make not even that amount of money I just made in a couple of days, or sometimes a couple of trades. I always felt like a bit guilty of making that money as well. But completely forget how much pain I endured in the beginning, right? So coming up 2, 3 years of pain, just losing, losing, losing. I was just, you know, I was financially stable because I worked in a tech sales job where after 2, 3 years I actually earned, anywhere between 4 to 7 thousand pounds a month, depending on my performance, because I also received commission. And yeah, I would just fuel my trading accounts and these prop firms with every paycheck, basically, um, which probably most people would think is super stupid. probably not the best idea, but end of the day, where I'm at now, I don't really care, right? I paid the tuition fee to learn that skill and make enough money now to be in a positive, right? And then, yeah, I just, maybe could have done it better, but no regrets. At the end of the day, I'm here now. I'm in Thailand. I have beautiful view and I'm super blessed. And you don't really know where I was living in Germany in a shithole, a fucking ghetto, uneducated people around me, and yeah, it's just crazy where I really come from. To sit here now and talk to a camera about my quote unquote success, but obviously I have so many more goals now, and you will never be super satisfied where you are because even that life is currently normalized for me, living here for a year now. I would just want more, of course. Like, what is there else to do? I'm not here on the island to just chill and do nothing, like those beach days and those being on a holiday every day is going to be boring at some point. That's why I started this YouTube channel, just yeah, to create a community a little bit, because trading can be very boring and lonely. It's just a profession. I spend 1 hour, 2 hours a day on a chart, and then what else is there to do? And to be truly honest, I also have an ACL injury right now. So normally I would be in Muay Thai, playing football, playing paddle, doing calisthenics, doing a lot of stuff. I would be always outside after finishing my training. But yeah, I think that injury is actually telling me something. It's actually an opportunity right now to create a community of traders which I can help, and I think through that the true fulfillment will come. It's not just that I serve myself here with trading. That always was a little bit of a problem at some point. Um, in the beginning, not because you just want to get financially free, but after a while, it's like, what purpose has that trading right now? Like, I want to get a fulfillment now, and if you don't have that, you're gonna be in the market and chasing those profits to have a good feeling, or whatever. I don't think that is the goal. So that's why I just want to help people with my journey, with my experience now being 5 years in the market. And yeah, I just want to also show you the raw truth that it's completely possible from anybody who's watching this, who is, thinking, man, I'm stuck here, I'm losing, I don't know if trading is for me, and or I can actually go through that. Is there actually, do you can you be consistent? And I'm telling you, because I'm not a special guy, I don't even look like a fucking quant or, a geek who's so smart to do trading. It is just self-development,